POV, a Florida classroom.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, today we got to talk about a teacher in Florida being placed on administrative leave after using students as political props in book banning skits in response to Ron DeSantis' Stop Woke Act. Many black people have problem with the Stop Woke Act because they think it's specifically and only targeting black history, but it's actually targeting age-inappropriate material. So we're about to get into this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe while we're watching. Now let's roll it.
I'm about to run up on these kids and start banning these books right away.
Hey, what y'all reading? What y'all reading? Harry Potter? You reading Harry Potter? Oh, witchcraft. Gotta go. Hey. A black boy? No, absolutely not. What you reading? The Hate You Give? I'm gonna give you something to hate. This book's gone. Say goodbye. What you reading? I wonder how you feel once this book is gone. Say goodbye. What you reading? What in the gotta go, class act. What is this class act? I'll show you a class act. This book, Say Goodbye. You, hey, what you reading? Holes. Digging up holes? I'm gonna dig up a hole and bury this book in it.
POV, a Florida classroom.
Hey, what are you reading? I made a mistake. You cannot be reading. Look at what they're reading in here. Look at this. Absolutely not. No, I made a mistake. The dictionary is a no. Give me the book. Give me the book. Your diction will be lesser now. You will not know these words. These words are atrocious. I shall not read books. Books are bad. If I read, it's approved by the feds. Y'all hear that? Yeah. Hey, what? Y'all hear? What's going on in here? What is this? Is that a book? Is this a book? No. Take care of her.
All right, guys, now I think this was clearly a over-dramatic, overly sarcastic skit, but he definitely could have went a better way about discussing this with his students. Instead of doing these skits, he could have sat down with the kids and actually discussed what's inside the Stop Woke Act so that they would have an understanding of what it is and why it was introduced in the first place. But clearly he has a political and ideological bias leaning more towards the CRT and the BLM activist way of seeing the world and the problems within it. Now, I have a picture here of what's included and what's not included in HB 7, the Stop Woke Act, and it includes the history of the United States, the Holocaust and African Americans, the study of Hispanic and women's contributions to the United States, civics, character, and mental health education, conservation of natural resources. HB 7 also includes many new required components of African American history education. Now, it says it will not include indoctrinating students with CRT principles such as members of one race, color, national origin, or sex are morally superior. A person by virtue of his or her race, color, national origin, or sex is inherently racist, sexist, or oppressive. A person's moral character or status as either privileged or oppressed is neither determined by his or her race, color, national origin, or sex. And lastly, such virtues as merit, excellence, hard work, fairness, neutrality, objectivity, and racial colorblindness are racist or sexist. Now, I've heard people who endorse CRT when challenged and asked, does CRT actually teach that white people are oppressors and that blacks are the oppressed class? And they give responses like, no, it doesn't teach these type of things. It doesn't make white people dislike themselves and their ancestors. It doesn't make black people see themselves as oppressed. That's what they say a lot of the times. But I looked it up, and Britannica says critical race theory is an intellectual movement and framework of legal analysis, according to which race is a culturally invented category used to oppress people of color, and the law and legal institutions in the United States are inherently racist insofar as they function to create and maintain social, political, and economic inequalities between white and non-white people. So if anyone who endorses CRT disagrees with this explanation of what it is, then I don't know, go yell at Britannica. But it sounds like it literally does teach that there is an oppressed class and that there is an oppressor class, and that it was created that way to maintain social, political, and economic inequality. Now let's look at some examples of the tenets and ideas of CRT in practice at schools. Seattle Public School told teachers that the education system is guilty of spirit murder against black children and that white teachers must bankrupt their privilege in acknowledgement of their thieved inheritance. San Diego Public Schools accused white teachers of being colonizers on stolen Native American land and told them, "You are racist and you are upholding racist ideas, structures, and policies." They recommended that the teachers undergo anti-racist therapy. An elementary school in Cupertino, California, forced third graders to deconstruct their racial identities and rank themselves according to their power and privilege. Third graders. A middle school in Springfield, Missouri, forced teachers to locate themselves on an oppression matrix, claiming that white, heterosexual, Protestant males are inherently oppressors and must atone for their covert white supremacy. Buffalo Public Schools taught students that all white people perpetuate systemic racism and forced kindergartners to watch a video of dead black children, warning them about the racist police and state-sanctioned violence who might kill them at any time. And lastly, the Arizona Department of Education created an equity toolkit claiming that babies show the first signs of racism at 3 months old and that white children become strongly biased in favor of whiteness by age 5. If this is what CRT makes you do, then it's garbage, and it definitely isn't age appropriate. If adults manage to get a hold of this information and completely become nut jobs, what do you think kids will do with this information when they get a deep dive into CRT? The same way the Communist Manifesto and other socialist books and socialist ideas are out there and available for people to pick up and, digest if they want to, I guess CRT can be among those things. But to bring it to the elementary school level and try to teach it to kids as if it's, something of importance that they need to learn from the ages of kindergarten to third grade is ridiculous, and I definitely don't think that's age appropriate. Florida schools removed more than 100 books due to age inappropriate material. According to DOE, there were 23 schools that said they removed a total of 175 materials, with 94% removed from media centers and not classrooms. Their data shows 87% of those removed books were because the district identified them as containing pornography, violence, or were not suitable for the grade level. Common books removed from the school districts also include Bluest Eyes, 19 Minutes, and a slew of books authored by Ellen Hopkins, according to the data provided to Florida's Voice. Like I said, I've seen and heard several people saying that Ron DeSantis is trying to erase black history with this HB 7 bill, but I think that's a gross mischaracterization of what this bill is hoping to accomplish. And in the bill, it's even included that HB 7 will also include many new required components of African American history education. So to say that he's trying to erase black history just makes no sense. The superintendent, Maria Vasquez, said, "I am appalled at the behavior and judgment of the teacher who proposed the inappropriate videos using his students as political props. This is not free speech. It is the exploitation of our students for political purposes, and it will not be tolerated in our school district. Any employee who creates videos or other content with students in an effort to exploit them for political purposes will be immediately removed from the classroom, placed on administrative leave, and swift action will be taken to terminate employment." So based on the sound of that, I don't think it's looking too good for this teacher. Like I said in the beginning, instead of getting so worked up and in his feelings about this, he should have just sat down, read what this bill is actually proposing, and he could have even had a discussion about this with his students. I know these are kids he's teaching, but I think that would have been a better route to take instead of making a sarcastic video and posting it on TikTok, because now he's going to lose his job, and this could affect him being employed in other schools in Florida. But let me know what you thought about this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe on your way out the door. Until next time, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.